Welcome to the criminal imagination, where every clue is a whisper and every mystery a mirror. Today, we journey east into lands of honor, empire, and silence, where justice wasn't just about who did it, but about why we watched. In 10th to 18th century China, during the Song imperial dynasty, readers were drawn not to who committed the crime but how society judged them. These stories, much like England's Newgate calendar centuries later, weren't whodunits. They were punishment tales, soaked in moral lesson and macabre curiosity. The criminal was known from the start, but their journey to the magistrate's cold verdict kept the reader riveted. But everything changed before the fall of the Qing dynasty. Translations of Poe and Conan Doyle swept through China like a literary wildfire. Suddenly, readers didn't just want judgment, they wanted suspense. Writers like Cheng Xiaoqing and Sun Liuhong gave China its own Sherlocks, wandering the misty alleys of Shanghai with European logic and Chinese restraint. Between 1945 and 1976, that curiosity was caged. Maoist China banned detective fiction, too decadent, too suspicious, too dangerous. They feared it made people imagine a society where corruption and crime lurked beneath perfection. Ironically, after Mao's death, those same fears were turned into fiction. Crime stories returned but rewritten. The villains now? Crooked Maoist era judges, shamed officers. One such collection, The Wounded, gives us courtroom tales not to celebrate justice but to confront buried truths. Then came Wang Shu. His novel, Playing for Thrills, gave us a hero unlike any other. Fang Yan may have murdered someone, or maybe not. He's too drunk to know. He smokes, he wanders, he unravels his own mind, and invites the reader to wonder if memory fails and guilt is hazy, is there still a crime? Chinese readers were stunned. So were the censors. This wasn't a tale of crime punished, but crime felt. And for a brief moment East met West in a shared spiral of existential noir. Meanwhile, in Japan, crime fiction arrived late, but with a vengeance. In 1889, three strands of hair carried French detective formulas into a Japanese story, but the real explosion came with one name: Edogawa Rampo. Say it fast and you'll hear it: Edgar Allan Poe. This homage was no accident. Rampo gave Japan a Dupin of its own, except darker, stranger, sexier. In his stories, crimes twist into psychological puzzles tangled with desire, identity, and secrets too taboo for Britain or America at the time. One woman is murdered, and the story lingers not on how she died, but on her sadomasochistic affair. But 1925, Rampo had already stepped into shadows the West would only begin exploring decades later. And then The Sheep. In 1982, Haruki Murakami's A Wild Sheep chase shattered genre logic. Our detective smokes, waits, follows, but instead of uncovering murder, he's asked to hunt a sheep, a magical one, possibly divine, possibly imagined. There is no clear answer, no criminal, no cops, just a haunting question. What if the crime is that we keep needing everything to make sense? In All She Was Worth by Miyuki Miyabe, we follow a detective searching for a missing woman. But the more he investigates, the more he realizes the crime isn't violence, it's identity theft, not from a hacker, but from society itself. In a world obsessed with debt, appearance, and money, who are we really when credit collapses? The East didn't just adopt crime fiction, it transformed it into something surreal, haunted, and deeply human. A genre where truth isn't just hidden, it sometimes doesn't exist at all. And this is something you should all explore. So here is a question: what is the strangest or most haunting crime story you have ever read from any culture? Let us know in the comments. And if this tale of forgotten detectives, vanished women, and philosophical sheep intrigued you, like the video, subscribe to the Criminal Imagination, and share it with anyone who loves their mysteries a little strange. Until next time, remember, Chesterton said the criminal is the artist, the detective only the critic.